The People's Liberation Army serves as an indoctrination tool of the Communist Party. Soldiers are forced to study communist writings to such a degree that they can recite them verbatim. Every civilian is encouraged to emulate these soldiers by enrolling in the army. They're forced to undergo physically demanding recruit training. But what happens if you refuse? What happens if you decide to quit the P.L.A? The answer is simple. The government makes your life a living hell. And I'm not saying this for effect, I have a story. Tonight on Gravitas, we'll tell you the story of a man called Zhang Mukang. He was a university student from China's southern Hainan province. He joined the Chinese army, and within a month, he wanted to leave. And this is not an old story. It happened in December last year, December 2019, the time when China was hiding the Wuhan virus. So Zhang wanted to quit the army. What happened next is a matter of record. It has been documented on the official English website of the P.L.A. The Chinese army made an example out of this man, Zhang. He was subjected to 8 different types of punishment, 8 punishments that every recruit planning to quit the Chinese army will face. Let me give you the list. First of all, you'll be branded as seriously discreditable. They have such a list in China, the list of people who are seriously discreditable in fulfilling national defense obligations. You will be banned from traveling abroad, purchasing real estate, from taking long-distance trains or buses, from even taking loans and insurance services. All of this applies for a period of at least 2 years. Punishment number 2, and this is for life. You will never get a job as a civil servant in China, not even a temporary assignment. You won't be recruited by government agencies or enterprises for life if you leave the army. Punishment number 3, you will be branded for life. That's a given. Your military service status will forever be changed to quote-unquote rejection of military service. In China, this translates into lifelong stigma. 4th, you cannot go back to college. For 2 years, you'll be forbidden from re-entering college, so you cannot resume your studies. 5th, no preferential treatment, and that's something that compulsory servicemen are entitled to. Those who quit obviously don't get it. 6th, you will be fined. A fine of $4,000 plus reimbursement to the military worth $3,750. This is money that you will have to pay for the costs incurred during your training, even if you did not finish your training. 7th, so you won't get a government job, you cannot study further. Can you start a business? The answer is no, not for 2 years at least. And lastly, you will be publicly shamed. Your actions will be publicized in a way that they reach the broader society. Your information and your punishment will be on television, in newspapers, and on social media. It reminds me of the song, you can run, you can hide, but you can't escape my love. In this case, the wrath of the Chinese military. The P.L.A. has publicly named and shamed several former soldiers in the past. Only a few forces can be said to be as Orwellian as the P.L.A. An army that declares a war against its own soldiers. There is no liberation from the People's Liberation Army.